right, so we're back at it again with another Nom Studios podcast. This time we have Joely with the Jobs by Joely on the podcast. How you doing?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. So we run into each other a lot. First at the LIE,
Right.
and you're here at the office all the time because you're always doing something with Tony. You're a big advocate for Pick Cats for Cancer. So tell me about like Jobs by Joely. Like, what do you do? When did you get it started? Like,
So I'm excited because 2025 is my 10-year anniversary
of Jobs by Joely.
of Jobs by Joely.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, I'm very excited. I think that's pretty good. I pat myself on the back. So I do staffing, but I've been doing staffing for probably about 25 years on the staffing company side. Before that, I was on the corporate side, so it's been a long ride.
Okay.
But 10 years flew by,
Okay.
crazy. And I do staff. I'm a one-stop shop for companies for all their hiring needs. So
Okay.
whatever department they need to hire in, I can do it. Temporary, permanent, temp to perm, so I
Okay.
can payroll people, whatever needs to be done. And it's more than just a job to me.
Okay.
It's, personality,
Yeah.
commute, can they do the hours? I look at the whole picture, not just, you check skills ABC, you're good for the job.
Yeah.
I don't do that. And I do staff the whole country, but if you're in usually like the New York, New Jersey, Long Island area, you have to come in and meet me.
Okay.
So we still do in-person interviews with everyone
Okay.
because that really is a big, sign of like who's a fit for what.
Yeah.
What
If
kind
you can't
of
even come to in-person interview looking good, looking professional, that kind
Right.
of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
They must need to. Well, and then if they don't, I teach them. Like, you can't go to an interview looking like that. I mean, even my plumber jobs, my HVAC jobs, when you interview with those companies, they still want you to look
Presentable.
They don't want you to look in like ripped jeans, sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So, but people still do that
do it.
and think that's okay. Or I don't know if they even think about it.
So talking about staffing companies, how big is your staff?
So we are small. We have 3 people,
Okay.
and we do it all with 3. I mean, I've had as much as 7 at times. It goes back and forth, but I'm very hands-on, and my recruiter, Amy, is fabulous. She works day and night with me, so we pretty much get it done, and I have my partner who does payroll and all the back office things. So between the 3 of us, we have a good system going.
Okay. And so, like, I know that corporate companies could reach out to you if they need staffing, but how does, your recruiter work, or how does someone who's looking for a job say, like, hey, maybe Jobs by Joely could help me find a position I'm looking for? Does it go both ways or just on the business side?
Definitely both ways. So usually when I'm out and about, I'm not even talking about like staffing companies. I'm really talking about who do you know that needs a new job? Who's not happy? Who wants to just have a conversation? Who wants to get their resume together?
Yeah.
So that's something we do more so of, because without the candidate side, we can't staff the company side.
Yeah.
So that's very, very important. But we're on every job board. I'm on social media.
Okay.
I do as much posting as I can. I'm not you.
No one's me, but
But so just, I mean, anywhere I go, I'm giving out business cards. You
Okay.
need a new job. Someone's always saying, I know someone looking for work. I know someone looking for work. That's the real challenge is weeding through the people for the job. Because people just say, I can do anything. Well, no, you really can't.
yeah.
They just think they can. I'm smart, I'll pick it up. But you really can't, because they may not even want to teach you. You have to have some basic skills for
They need you
that
to
job.
hit the ground running once you're in.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why they come to me. They want certain skills. So some people I see through and I think they're trainable and they may be worth it. And I can go to the client and say, I think this person would be great for you. But It's every circumstance is different. Every person is different.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever, I'm not ever, but I'm sure you run into this, have people later in life just looking for a change? Like have done, let's say like you've spent 25 years in
yes,
staffing and then one day they're just like, I don't feel like doing this anymore. Like, do you run into that a lot?
all the time. I
Okay.
get everything from new college grads to retirees wanting to get back in, just something part time to keep busy.
Yeah.
Everything. So it really runs the gamut. Which again, I said that you have to talk to everyone and see what they want, what they what hours they want.
Yeah.
They may want 1 day a week. They may, and then the new college grads just getting their foot in. Well, you want it to be an industry that they're going to like and excel and want to, continue in. So,
Have you had anybody or any big corporation contact you for any large roles like director of something or another? Like, do you go that deep, or is it usually just like usually within the mid to entry level
no,
roles?
it's that deep. Yes, we have, CFO, controller of companies. We just placed a big construction company, like a heavy equipment manager,
Yeah.
which was a big job for this.
Yeah.
That's a big company.
Yeah.
So yes, runs the gamut from just your admin assistant, could be entry level, and your sales team we do, and accounting and legal. We do attorneys. We do.
Runs the gamut. Did you find Jamie for
Yes,
for
Jamie.
Tony?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
she's a long-term temp person. So
Yeah.
she's on my payroll.
Okay.
So it's easy because I have all the insurance. I keep all the workers' comp. So if you don't want to have to get all that insurance and payroll someone, you could just put them on my payroll.
That's good to know.
And I'm covered with everything you need. Insurance is, crazy these days.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
right. So she's on my payroll. I pay her every week.
That's really good.
And and it's easy for the guys that they just have to pay me.
What do you say to someone who has a full-time job like me or you or like a Tony or anybody we know who you feel is like a very busy person but still needs that extra income to do something on the side? Do you run into that where it's just like they own a company, they have a full-time job, but they still need something to up their income?
Right. It's hard looking for a second job. I always talk to them and say, well, what's with your income with this job, and how can we get you maybe more money with this job? If someone works full time and they just say, well, I need a nights and weekends job, I'm not getting enough money. Well, we look at what they need to, what they want to make, and say, well, maybe if you get a new full-time job with a raise, you would have to work the two jobs.
Yeah.
But people do come in just for, I just want weekends. It's harder.
Move your mic back a little bit. Just move it back a little bit. There you go. And then points it towards you. There you go. Because you're going over here. I'm sorry to interrupt, but go ahead.
I know, I'm so. So that's harder to find. We do a lot of full-time is the number one thing that we look for.
Yeah.
And then part-time during the week, the Monday through Friday, those hours. So it's hard for students. They want to come and get a job while they're in school. But if there's school is during the day, it's hard to juggle that. And companies, companies pay me, so I'm free to the job seeker.
Yeah.
So do they want to pay me for someone who just part-time who's going to leave them?
Yeah. They want someone who they could invest in.
It's worth it if it's a temp situation.
Yeah.
Just, I need someone temp for this time period.
Yeah.
Then that's worth it. But for a long term, a lot of companies just want that long-term person who's going to stay with them and grow with them.
Yeah. Do you have some brand name companies that people recognize that you've found found positions for?
I've staffed Price Waterhouse in the past, not right this currently, big accounting firms, big law firms. So
Okay.
I have, so I've staffed the thousands people companies to a one-person company.
Yeah.
Nothing is too small or too big.
Okay. And what made you go out on your own? I know that you were doing this beforehand, but now 10 years jobs by Joely. Like, what made you say, like, I could do this and make most of the money myself?
Well, it wasn't really like that. It
Yeah.
was a long road that I traveled to get to where I am. And it actually just fell in my lap.
Okay.
Where someone came to me to say, we want to back you. We need a staffing partner for someone else they had doing staffing, but only perm in one industry. A lot of people are industry specific, but because I have a background in operations for big companies before I was in staffing, I'm able to understand every different role in a company and how it works. So I was asked to bring my staffing. I left my company where I was, and I started my own, and I was backed by it. So it was kind of easy. And then I ended up buying myself out of those guys.
Yeah.
And my partner actually was a big part of doing that and helping me get to where I am today.
Okay.
So, and he's great. And I just took it and run with it, you know, and every year I've been growing. So I don't work a day in my life. This to me is fun,
Okay.
what I do.
And do you work, is this from home? You have an office?
We have an office, right?
where is it office?
Everyone has to come in.
Yeah.
So the office is in Melville. We're in a Regis.
Okay.
So when I used to get a lot of city jobs, I would go into the city. I get a Regis space for the day and sit and interview there. I can go anywhere in the world, really, with the Regis. So that makes it easy.
Okay. Okay. And when did you first get your office? Was it like on the spot 10 years ago?
Yeah,
or
it was
did you work to it?
No, it was pretty quick because I always needed to interview. So right when I first started, I barely worked at home. I'm not a home person. I don't believe in that work from home
Okay.
ever.
Okay.
I think that it's better mentally for people to get up, get dressed, go to a job, interact with people. I always believed in that.
Yeah.
So
I'm a hot take person as well. I don't believe in the 100% work from home, but I do think that we should move to like a 3-day work week. I think if I have every Monday and Friday working from home, but like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the office, that would be perfect. Because, you know, there's just stuff on Mondays that, like, you know, it's easy to just work from home, get admin stuff. Because personally, I don't really schedule any meetings for Monday and Friday. Monday and Friday are my days to like catch up on admin stuff without having to hop on a million calls and all that. So most of my calls and everything with the team are on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I do like the 3-4 day work week, but I do believe like that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you should be in the office.
well, it depends on your job also.
Yeah.
If you have a support job, then maybe you need to be here to access certain things.
Exactly.
To see certain people. It depends.
Yeah.
Everything's different. The companies are different, but you know, there's always a time where you need to like talk to someone else in your office and say, "What about this? What about that?" Especially like if you're just starting a job, like as a new person.
Oh yeah, you have to learn what to do. You have to get used to the culture.
Right. Right. And how do you get used to a culture even if you come in and no one else is there?
She's just like, what do I do? I've had a job like that once. I came from Local 3 Electricians Union. I was an estimator and project manager for over 10 years.
Oh,
and I
wow.
remember when I moved over as like a head estimator at one of my past jobs, they're just like, oh yeah, you're joining a team and everything. And I was estimating for a while since then. So I knew what to do. And they're like, oh yeah, you're joining a team. And I'm like, cool. I'm the only person there. They're like, oh yeah, you're the head estimator. And I was just like, head, there's no one here to head. And that's where it's just like, I feel like that's a situation where I really cut my teeth because I was like, I just had to figure it out myself. There was nobody to ask.
Right.
Nobody.
Right. Right. So what do you do
Yeah.
in that situation? Right.
You
You got to figure it out. But some people, maybe they'd figure it out incorrectly, or it depends.
Yeah.
Every situation is different.
So, like, tell me about when you joined the LLE. How long have you been a member of the LLE?
2 years.
2 years. Okay, so the same as me. We joined around the same time?
I guess so.
When did you join?
I don't know. Time flies.
I joined
around the beginning of the year. So, like, it's just about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I joined February of 2023 because 2024 was last year. That was my first year.
And
this is my second year.
Right.
Yeah, so February
So
of
about the
2023.
same time, yes.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were a member way before that.
No, I just fit in everywhere.
Because I remember going to like a meeting and then you were there and then you were just like talking, acting like, and
Well,
I'm over there
I knew a
like
lot of
figuring
people.
everybody. Oh, yeah.
I did know a lot of people before I joined.
Yeah.
So that's how I got there in the first place.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do a lot of networking. I'm always out
I
and
don't know, I
about.
always see you out. I thought I saw you at, what's that place in Huntington? The
Where?
Founders Room?
Oh, yes.
I thought I saw you at the Founders Room maybe like a week or two ago. And I'm like, is that Joely? And it was one of those situations where I was just going to like come up and hug you from behind. But I was like, let me walk around first. And luckily I did because it wasn't you.
Oh, but I was there.
Maybe not at the time I was there.
I was there. I don't know which time it was, but
It was like 2-3 weeks ago. But I was like, luckily because I would have just hugged this random woman. She'd be like, who? But yeah, I always see you out and about. So like you do get around.
well, yeah, I have a networking something almost every evening and most mornings too. So I'm starting early, going late.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do if I just went home every night. Or I just don't. I stay in my office. I have to get catch up on things.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's
you
what I
always-
want.
Have you always been a networking person?
I guess so. I'm a people person. So I was always loved people and talking to people. I always knew a lot of people. I guess it's just, I make myself known wherever I go.
Okay.
That's who I am.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in, my young years. I grew up in Elmont.
Okay.
And then I moved in like middle school, high school to the 5 towns.
Okay.
So I have a lot of friends. I just actually went to one of my friends from elementary school. We went to kindergarten together.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of us went. One of them does comedy.
Okay.
So we went to see
comedy
her
show?
do comedy, but it's a group of us from kindergarten together
That's
that we
crazy
still
that you still
speak.
stay in
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah.
What's her name? What was the woman that does comedy?
Laura Patton.
Okay.
She's fabulous.
Okay. I'll have to look her up.
Yes, and I'll have to text her and tell her I spoke about her.
On the podcast, shout her out, Laura Pat.
She really is great fun. Oh my God. The show she just put on in Belmore at
Okay.
the comedy place, it was one of the funniest shows I've ever been to in my life. It was that good.
That's awesome.
Every comedian just had you rolling.
I love a good comedy show.
Yes.
I love a good
I'll
comedy
have to let you know when she
Yeah,
has
tell
it
me. I
again.
would love to go. I love comedy shows. Just
Yeah.
laughing and having fun on a night out is always the best.
Yeah.
Laughing and dancing. That's the two things I love to do.
Yes. Just going out, hanging out,
Yeah.
but go to a nice dinner. But all the networking things at night are nice restaurants or somewhere that that's fun.
Yeah. Because of that, I really stopped drinking. I was networking so much. I was networking almost like 2 to 3 times a week. And then in all these places, there's like an open bar, you're drinking. And then I just started feeling like shit.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I'm not drinking much really either.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. I need to hydrate.
Stay healthy. Well, I'm getting old, so I need to watch. I need to watch everything.
Yeah, I feel you. But how
You're
do people...
young. You don't know yet.
I'm getting old. These joints are hurting. I don't know.
Oh, then you're in trouble when you're my age.
It's stretching. Got to stretch in the morning. So how do people get in touch with you? How do people contact Jobs by Joely if, they're looking to hire more people, or they're looking to get hired, just getting some coaching, consultation from you? How do people get in touch with you?
So you could email me at joely@jobsbyjoely.com. The Joely is Joely.
Okay.
It's a little different. And you can call me. 516-521-7602 is my cell.
Okay.
And you could text me, and you could just look online. I mean, I'm on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn.
You're everywhere.
Everywhere.
All right. So
Everywhere.
there's no reason to not get in touch with you.
Right. And a lot of people reach out, and if you don't hear back right away, reach out again. Just keep, people, that's another thing is I tell people, keep on me, keep following up with me. I'm talking to hundreds of people every week.
Yeah.
So if you are serious about your job search, it's your job search. Yes, I wish I could help everyone. I really try to, but sometimes it takes time. Sometimes I don't have the right exact position for someone today, but I may have it in a month or 2 months. Yeah. And, I'm chasing people constantly.
So if you follow up on a constant basis or a monthly, biweekly basis.
Right. Right. As long as you're looking like someone that's out of work, I should be hearing from them every week. Every week. They're like, I don't want to bother you. I'm like, no. It's a help. Yeah. Every week. So, and most people don't do that. Even though I tell them to do it, they don't do it.
You know what it is? It's etiquette. There's some kind of etiquette that people believe of not blowing up your cell phone or email or not following up too much because they sound annoying. But I tell all my employees, blow somebody up. Email them don't email them every day.
Right.
But put a reminder, email them weekly.
Right.
That's fine.
Right. No, I want that. It helps me, really does, because the minute something comes in, a lot of times I'm busy and I may not get to them that day, and I may I got to call this person. This job is perfect for them. If they're reaching out to me, I'll be like, oh my, here's the perfect job for you.
Yeah.
But I just put on my Facebook, I do Jobs by Joely humor.
Okay.
So every day, I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Every day I do a little meme about the workplace.
Yeah.
That I think is funny. But I think people enjoy it because when I go out, people are like, oh, Jobs by Joely. Yes. And they say, oh, I liked your meme today. And then I just started, I just put texting etiquette tips on my Facebook. So people just will text what's the pay? That's all they'll say. They don't say their name. They don't say.
Who are you?
I'm posting. They don't realize maybe I'm posting 10 jobs at 20. I probably have at least 50, 60 open jobs at a time.
Right now.
Right now.
You hear that, people? 50, 60 open jobs. There's no excuse for you not to contact Joely if you're looking for a job right now. One of them might be for you. All of them might be for you.
Right.
Yeah.
At some point, something comes across my desk for almost everyone I meet. It's just a matter of timing.
Okay. And before we go, I just want you to talk about the benefits of using you. Obviously the benefits are there, but the benefits of using you rather than just, most people just go on monster.com or Indeed or whatever. And, I remember there was a time when I was looking for a job a while ago, and I would send out probably hundreds of resumes to not get an answer back. You have these jobs lined up for them, literally lined up.
Right. So there's definitely a lot of, I get hung up on all the time. I don't want to use a staffing company, click. And I'm just I don't understand that mentality because I help you look for a job for free. I tell you how to change your resume around to make you more marketable. Tons of clients will say to me, this resume is terrible, I'm not interviewing them. And I'll be like, but they're perfect, but the person never listened to me and wouldn't do the couple of changes I said would help you. And I can't help if they're not going to help themselves.
Yeah.
But We have jobs that are not posted anywhere. A lot of my clients come to me, and we have exclusives. So, and I say to everyone, go to every staffing company out there. Don't just use me. Everyone has different companies that they work with exclusively that you may not be able to get into that company without that staffing company. So there's no negative to it, really. No negative. So I only know I could speak to me is that I really care about each person that comes in and want to help them, and I'll hold their hand as much as possible to get them a job. But and a lot of times, like if their resume's not great, I'll just call the client and be like, their resume's not good, they're fixing it up, but you need to interview and try and like get past the resume piece and get them in the door.
That's what people need. Because right now there's a lot of like AI or things that just scan it, and if it doesn't like scan perfectly, it just goes to the no list.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the company sides when they do it on their own. They don't really tell them. I know my side. I have, a database and I scan and it picks up keywords and we could search based on that. But like I said, it's more about the human, who you are and what your skills are that I look for as opposed to like your resume having certain keywords.
Okay. Do you suggest someone has like a nice resume from Canva, or like the old school, just like
Simple is
lie?
best.
Simple is best.
The simpler the resume, the best. The header, your jobs, the dates, just some bullets and actionable bullets with results.
Okay.
You don't need a book. You shouldn't have a 8-page resume, which I've seen. 2 pages max, really. If you're a new college grad, it should only be 1 page. You don't have enough experience. It's not your whole life.
Yeah.
It's a snapshot of you and what you can offer. And also, my other thing I say is a resume is a living, breathing document. So if you see a job description and you may not have every bullet on your resume that you've done, but you see something in the job description, like I've done that, add it on. Put it in your resume.
Yeah.
So, but this is stuff we help you with.
Yeah.
So that's why I think using an agency is a great way to go for job search.
Okay.
Even if you get a job on your own, at least we could help you.
All right, I'll be sure to go to you when my daughters turn 16 and they're ready for like a part-time summer temp job, because when they're off of school this week, they just eat through my fridge. I've been to Costco like 2 times in the past week. It's insane, but you got it. Thanks for coming, Joely.
Well, thanks for having me.
We'll talk soon, and I'll probably see you next week.
Definitely.
All right.
All right, thanks.